Hello everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome to my little world here. I have a fun little haul to share with you guys today, and I'm super excited about it. I went to a library book sale. I'm sure like everybody else's library, my library has a really nice little used bookstore where you can get books that have been donated or are no longer being checked out. At really, really cheap prices. And once or twice a year, they have like a massive sale. And I went there a couple days ago and I picked up some really nice stuff. And I regret that I didn't go back yesterday because they were having a stuff the bag. It was like the final day of the sale, and it was like you get a big paper grocery bag. And I think for $10 you can put whatever you want in there, like whatever you could carry out in there. And I think there was a couple dollars more for like a box, but I got so much stuff. And then my best friend up in upstate New York, one of my very, very best friends in upstate New York, FaceTimed me from a flea market that she went to, and she picked up a bunch of antique books for me. That she found. So I just felt like that was a little bit too much. So let me show you what I got, and I'm super, super happy about what I got. And if you're watching and you know about antique books and you don't think that I should cut some of these books up, a couple of them like I know for sure are antique. The rest are just old, but let me know, because a couple of them I'm going to have a really difficult time cutting up. But the first book I got was this is just like a Reader's Digest condensed book. This is from 1984, so it's not antique. I wouldn't even consider it vintage really, but I liked the cover. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it, if I'm going to take the paper out or put in paper or use this paper as a junk journal. It's got really pretty images. If I can find it's got like there's a family tree. This is Lady Washington, the story of America's first lady, and so it's her biography. So it's got some really pretty old images. And then I guess I never read a Reader's Digest book before, and then it has look, that looks so 80s. But so it does have some images, and I really did only get this because of the cover. Don't judge a book by its cover, but in this case, I did. And I just thought I really don't have to do much to make this beautiful if I wanted to use it as a junk journal, because it's already beautiful. And then since I'm on the Reader's Digest books, this is from the 70s. I believe. Well, see somebody's name, Joyce. I guess that's their last name, Joyce House, March 1970. And it has some really cool images in here too. Because this is, look at that beautiful image of Venice. And this is like a biography, family treasure of great biography. So Rembrandt, Elizabeth Barrett, and Robert Browning, Benjamin Franklin, Sir William Osler. So it's got some really cool images in here. I wish I could find there's a really cool image of, look at that, Elizabeth Barrett. So it has like really pretty, there's Rembrandt. I'm not even really familiar with Rembrandt's work. I am, just because I studied art, but I couldn't look at something and say, oh, that's a Rembrandt. I have my favorites just like everybody else, but famous artist. So there's some really cool images in here, and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. If you have any suggestions about what I should do, if I should keep the meat of the book and use it as a junk journal, or take it out and put in my own paper. Let me know what you think. I'm totally open to I need suggestions, actually. This book is super cute, and I remember this from when I was a very little girl in elementary school, and it's Frog and Toad Are Friends. I loved the Frog and Toad series when I was little. I doubt I'm going to cut this up. I totally wish there was a little kid in my life that I could read these books to, because this is such a cute little book. What I was looking for is the one, if you're familiar with the Frog and Toad books, I thought it would be in here. It's the one where they made cookies and they were trying to figure out how they could stop themselves from eating the cookies. But the story is not in here. But the little story about the lost button is in here. And you know, I got to tell you something really, really quick. I used to volunteer at an elementary school, reading books in the library to give the teachers a break. And of course, I did all the voices for them. Like, it's funny. The library thought the librarian always looked at me like I was crazy, but I was like, you know, you got to make reading interesting and fun for children. I mean, look how cute that is. I mean, what is cuter than a toad in an old school bathing suit? I'm looking for the one where he's sewing a button. Oh, here it is. This is where he's looking for his button. I mean, what is cuter than a toad sewing a button on a jacket? And what is cuter than a frog leaping for joy because he got a new jacket from his little friend? I mean, that is adorable. You know, all the books that they made me read at that library were, I didn't really like them. So I found this pretty book, Kate Greenaway's Language of Flowers, and it has really pretty images in it. This is not an antique book. I mean, obviously, I mean, you can just tell from the paper. But it is a reprint. It says right here, I don't know if you can see that. It is a reprint of an 1884 edition. So I can't find the actual date that this book was here it is, 1978. So this was printed in 1978, and it's a reprint of the 1884 edition. And it's got really beautiful images in here that I can make use of, and it has like every single flower and what it represents, and just these really beautiful images. I'm not really a big fan of the font. I mean, the font is okay. I think it's just, I would have liked a more I don't like the paper, the color of the paper, the way it's aged. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. But lots of really pretty images, and I'm sure I can use it or trade some, whatevers. These two books I know for sure are antique. I mean, not all of them are antique, but these two books are antique. I'm going to have a very difficult time figuring out what to do with them. I mean, look how beautiful. Look at how beautiful the cover is. And so this is Ballads and Verses Vain, A. Lang. I mean, it's just so pretty. And I think this is, somebody signed this, June 6, 1900. I think this really is ink, like, because there's no indentation, so it doesn't look like, I mean, obviously this isn't the author's signing this, but somebody signed this in 1900. And so this had been for sale for a really long time for $1.50, and nobody bought it. I got it for $1. But I just love how the paper has aged. That's what I mean when I mean I don't like the way that the last book that I showed you had aged. So 1884, and so it doesn't have any. It doesn't have any illustrations in it, but it just has really beautiful font and different, like pretty ballads with, beautiful language on it. It's just pretty. Spring, swallow, south wind, even so, their various voice combine, but that they crave on me bestow. To be your Valentine. Look how cute. That's cute. That's beautiful. Romance. My love dwelt in a northern land. I won't bore you with reading it, but I just love all this stuff. And so, and then here's the stitching. So yeah, I was really happy about that. I got this for $1. All right, so I had to pause for my dog going nuts, thinking that, you know, someone was trying to break in and murder us, as he does. But so I got also this book for $1. They were actually originally trying to sell them for $2, but the older gentleman that saw me freaking out and I'm so in love with how beautifully done these books were, was really nice to me and said I could have them for $1. Love library volunteers. So this is Poems of Dante Gabriele Rossetti. Yeah, E-L-K. I mean, look how beautiful that is. And so this actually has illustrations in it, and it was kind of falling apart as I was, like, see, this fell out. It was kind of falling apart as I was looking through it. I wish you could feel the texture and the thickness of this paper, and look at this beautiful illustration. It had, like, see, it has this beautiful paper. The Girlhood of Mary Virgin, Rossetti's first important painting, 1849. I mean, look at that. Poems by Dante Gabriele Rossetti, with illustrations from his own design. See, I didn't even look. I was just like looking. So this is copyright 1903, published 1903. Look at that font. And look at this paper is, what do they call this when it's like this? Not beveled. Is that called bevel? I don't know what the word is, but I mean, it's just really beautiful. I mean, and so here's, you know, a poem, and I actually really like that there's like some, looks like some moisture damage there. If you're an expert on paper or antique books and you don't think that I should do anything to this, let me know, because I really do have a respect for antiques and old things. I mean, look at that. Beautiful, right? I mean, this book is really falling apart, and I wouldn't even know how to restore it if I wanted to. Look at that. The Salutation of Beatrice, The Meeting in Paradise. So look at how beautiful this is. This is just amazing. Amazing. So I'm really, 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 really excited about this find. And it has like, you know, like prices of books. Like, there's no way we can get books today for $3.50. Like, not one that's like this for $3.50 brand new. Books are so expensive. So yeah, so I got that. And then since we're still on the older books, I found this cute little thing, Thumbelina, 1951. And there was actually, I wish I had kept it, there was a post-it on this that was like a warning. It was like a nudity warning, like censorship. I guess because Thumbelina is not wearing any clothing, but you know, I'm like, whatever. This I think I got for 50 cents. Yeah, for 50 cents. But it's just so adorable. I wish I had gone back for the books that I didn't get, because nobody seemed to have been interested in any of the books that I wanted. And I kind of put them to the side because I was thinking I'll come back for these. But look how cute that is. I can't believe there was like a warning. People are so uptight. I'm sorry. I have no problem with skin and you know. I mean, I guess because it's a child's book, but I mean, that's so innocent. That doesn't look like, you know, anything, you know, that we should be like having a warning about. But oh well, this is just so beautiful. It's just so pretty. Little Thumbelina. Cute little book. So yeah, so I got that. And then all of the gardening books were like between $3 and $5. They had like really big, beautiful gardening books for $3 and $5, and that's what I wish I had gone back for yesterday, just so I could have all of the images of flowers. And I'm not I'm not that crazy about roses. I mean, I really do love roses, but my very favorite flowers are, I love daisies. And, like happy looking flowers. Oh, look at this. What's in here? What was this? Coca-Cola? Well, somebody wanted to save this, but I just got it because it has like really beautiful images of flowers. And at first I was thinking I could, cut the block, the paper block, is that what it's called? The meat of the book, and use this as a junk journal. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But I just thought it was really pretty. It was really pretty images of roses. I mean, it doesn't have any daisies, which are my favorite, but these are just as pretty. So I'm happy about that. And then some more books that I got. This looks like it's from the 90s, I think. So obviously it's not. But look at that. Look at that pretty map. I like how thick it is. So it was. Where's the date of this? Oh, okay, here, 1994. So yeah, 90s, and it's got some really pretty images in there. So you open it like that, and then it opens up like this. So this would make like, cute little, like I could cut this, these parts, like where the spiral holes are, and do something with this. And so it's almost like I've got, a ready-made background for me. And the paper is nice and thick, and it's like a smooth image. I'm not sure if paint will stick to that. I know watercolor wouldn't. I mean, it might, but I'll still have a good time with this. I might have to read it first. Yeah, so I mean, it's really pretty, and I'll show you this, these pretty images. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Got back in there, and then this book, I'm not even gonna do anything to this. I actually started to cry when I saw this book. I'm gonna try to restore it if I can. I don't know how. This is copyright. What is it, copyright? It doesn't say, does it? I don't know when this book was printed, but when I was really little, when I was about 8 years old, my grandparents bought me this book, not this very book. It was smaller, and it was illustrated more, it was more modern, a modern printing of the time I was 8 years old, of this book, The Littlest Angel, probably because that was my name. I mean, that's my name. And they wanted me to read it, and I remember thinking, like, I don't want to read that. That's boring, I want to read about Madonna. I want to read about, Duran Duran and all that. But it just really made me cry. I mean, it's such a cute. Oh, here it is, 1947. 1947. There you go. So it made me cry to remember my grandparents, and I was reading. It's a cute little story. And I do wish there was a little kid I could read this to in my life. It's such a beautiful, beautiful little story, and just cute little book. So this one, there's no way I'm gonna do anything. This is just to put in my little treasure chest of memories, and yeah. So I guess, I don't know. Am I gonna end up on Hoarders because of that? And then this last one is just an art book. Cezanne, The Art of Cezanne, and I do love, my French painters, so this is copyright 1982, and I'm probably going to have a difficult time cutting into this too, or at least cutting images out of it, but I mean, a lot of really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful images in here, beautiful paintings in here. So So yeah, so that's the end of my old books haul. And then since my very favorite art supply store is just about right next door to my library, which is pretty dangerous for me, I wanted to stop by to get just a couple things, and I think you'll like what I got. So the first thing I got, actually, I already opened it. It's just like, cheap throwaway paintbrush set, just because I need them. I can't use my watercolor brushes, for my junk journal if I'm not, I can't use it for my acrylics or my oil paints or my inks. I can't. So let me just take all of this out. And I actually ordered a couple of I ordered some distress inks, ink pads from Amazon also. So this is I guess this is a stamp haul, basically. So I got these little rubber stamps, and since they cling and I didn't have an acrylic block for them, I thought it was a good idea to just go ahead and get an acrylic block. I don't know if that's a good price for it, $6.99. I mean, my art supply store, they're pretty reasonable. They have pretty reasonable prices, even though it's like a little mom and pop shop. They're usually more expensive, but this one's pretty reasonable. And then I got this key stamp for $3.99. And then I got these little teeny tiny cute little stampy stamps for $1.90. Cute little stampy stamps. And then I got this, just about everybody pretty much has this stamp because it's so beautiful. And I saw it. It was $5.99. I almost bought it on Amazon, and so when I saw it in the store, I thought I might as well just go ahead and pick it up because I kept looking at it. So yeah, so I got that, Tim Holtz, and then I got these two little inks, Colorbox fluid chalk ink pad in French blue. And I like these little minis because then, I can try them out and make sure that I like it. And then this, Versacolor water-based ultimate pigment ink pad, suitable for embossing and stenciling, acid-free, fade-resistant, non-toxic. Love that, in the color Sage. And then these two cute washi tapes. And they look very fall. I mean, this I could probably use all year round. This looks very fall. Acorns and little brown leaves, and that actually kind of looks like mistletoe, but yeah, I mean, I really don't follow seasons too much just because the seasons in Florida are so subtle. I mean, we do have a very subtle fall and a very beautiful spring. That's probably my favorite season in Florida is the spring, but and where I mentioned where I live before, that we do have a winter. I mean, we do get freezing temperatures. I live north enough to get overnight freezes. Nothing to be scared of or anything like that. Nothing to be I don't need to go out and buy snow boots, although it did snow this year, this past winter. I mean, it didn't stick, but we had a few snow flurries, and yeah, nothing. Everybody up north made fun of us because we were like, "Wow, it's snowing," but but I mean, that's how rare snow in Florida really is. It's like when it does snow, we freak out and we're like, "Oh my God, it's snowing! Oh my goodness!" But anyway, my point is, I don't really like my art, my art and my clothing and my colors, my makeup. I don't really follow seasons too much, just because, like I said, we don't really have the traditional quarter year seasons. I mean, we just don't, and so I never really have. I mean, I do follow holidays a little bit, but even then I don't. I just kind of do what I do. But I thought that it would be a good idea to get at least one fall thing. And I love owls, and especially after my little owl messenger that was keeping me up every night a month ago. So yeah, so anyway, I'm rambling. I have another video coming up about a new junk journal that I'm starting. I haven't finished the old one. I'm still slowly plugging away at it. I'll do a flip through really soon. I've got another thing I've got coming up. I have a really, really super easy watercolor painting tutorial for beginners. Super, super easy. One of my favorite things to paint. Coming up. I have another junk journal page that I've got on my mind that I wanted to record and work on with you guys. And I have tons and tons and tons of ideas for this channel. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you do. And give me a like if you want to. Leave me a comment. Any suggestions, any recommendations, any requests, please don't be shy. Let me know, or even just leave me a comment just to say hi. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.